Give them something to talk about. See the energy running out. I got a planet to run around. Okay? You ain't doing nothing but run your
All right, we're live. Yeah, that was pretty good for, I don't know. We can't tell if it sounds good to our audience or not.
Yeah, so if you're listening, please give us a thumbs up.
We weren't sure if we were going to do this podcast because if you look in the other screen, that's what you're looking at. It is a dirt lot, and I think you might be able to see the Rogue sign at the North Park Arena.
That's the North Park, yeah, the outdoor. I feel like that's bigger.
That's what I thought too when I looked at it.
The stadium looks a little bit taller.
Yeah, that's what I feel like too. I think they added either more bleachers or taller bleachers or something, but it does look bigger when I walked by there. If you look on that screen that you're at, and we'll hopefully at the end of this walk around a little bit so you can get some perspective, but immediately to our right is the hilly area. There's camping out there, but then you can also, to the right of the campers, is what looks like the cross-country course and the bike course.
Yeah, they were out there testing some of the bikes, it looked like, earlier.
Yeah. One of the cool things is, so we're sitting at the far end of the RV park. As we look into the RVs in front of us, we look to the right, you see what you guys see on that screen there where it says live from the games. But if we look straight at, we can see the arena, the dome of the arena.
Not right now. There's a few trucks in the way.
Well, kind of, yeah. And then the dirt road that's right in front of us that you do see on there is expected that will either, they're rumored, the RV guys told me something's happening in here.
That's cool.
So either the bikes are going to come through here or the runners are going to come through here. I hope it's both.
Was it last year when they did the bike?
Yes, the bikes came through, and they came through a section, and it was pretty cool. And I was bummed out because I kept thinking, put that Diablo banner up, and I didn't put it up. And then they came through. I'm like, oh man, everybody would have seen the Diablo banner.
Yeah, because I remember it did the RV park got a little bit of got a little love on the camera.
Well, it's cool because this thing's it. And so the other thing that's happening in here now is, and I'll do a quick camera turn. I'm not sure how far I can reach. That's probably
I can turn it.
Yeah. So turn. So Mayhem, you guys, everybody knows who Mayhem is they decided to do a tutorial event. They're doing workouts. They're doing it right here in the RV park. Jamie Lee and I and Matt from CrossFit Crave sets up.
Little shout out to Crave right here.
Oh yeah. Thank you. CrossFit Crave sets up a workout area, rig and barbells, bumpers, dumbbells. They
got some C2 bikes, some rowers.
They do it every year. They've been doing it for probably 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Trailers it out. And Mayhem's always been next to us.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that the reason why Mayhem's got their stuff in the RV park instead of in the main Coliseum area is for a reason, because they saw what CrossFit Crave, what
Matt's been doing,
and Schoenberg has been. And Jamie Lee, what's really cool is PRsAllDay writes the programming for the daily workout here in the arena.
It's really cool that Matt has us doing it.
Yeah, so we'll be, if you're here at the games, come by down here. It'll be set up. The workout will be posted. There's a clock here. You don't need a permission. You don't need to check in with anyone, unlike Mayhem where you got to check in. You won't be able to touch their
probably got to register ahead of time.
Oh, you got to register. You probably have to give them your name, email. You got to give them your family member stuff. You got to
your mother's maiden name.
Not here. This is CrossFit over here. Oh, there's a drone. The first drone flying over. So anyway, here we are at the CrossFit Games. Jamie's got a coach's meeting. Jamie's coaching my wife Yvonne, who's competing in the 60-64. Yesterday they announced the workouts. Yesterday afternoon, and then she went this morning. She had to get up early this morning and go
to the athlete briefing
for the first 3 tests.
Yeah, typically they'll review the whole event, the whole day in one shot, which is an hour of sitting there listening to them.
Well, talk. Yeah, and the best part, okay, so the people that do those things are really, really good.
Like at the games, semifinals is another story.
Right, well, but at the games are really good at this, and they try to minimize as much as possible, anticipate what the questions would be. But as Yvonne told me, they still get the questions.
Always. Oh man, the guy was
And
last.
there's just like unbelievable questions. Okay, really? You're gonna ask that question?
The guy that was doing the briefing last at the semifinals in Pasadena for the teams. There was some people that had some comments. He was just snarking back, like, "Man, you got some sassy remarks over here." It's like, dude, get through the fucking briefing. You got to get going here. Come on now.
It's just, yes, the front squats are from the ground.
The box jump was the thing. It was like, okay, well, does your full foot have to be on the box, or is like just get on the box? It's like just make it clear. just make
you
it
know
clear.
what they need to do. What they need to do is they need to let Hiller in there just to film that section.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
So
That'd be a really good video,
so that he could get the questions. Because the questions, if you're in there and if you're like me, you just kind of want to move on to the next thing, and another hand goes up, you're like, oh God, please,
yeah.
Just
the questions are gold.
yeah.
Some of them are good. Some of them is like you weren't paying attention 5 seconds ago.
That's exactly right. That's what's annoying. But
It's frustrating.
So anyway, so the Masters starts tomorrow. So here's how they're doing it. They're doing Masters and adaptive athletes, kind of back to back, like they did last year. It works really well.
Yeah.
And the Masters go Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And in Yvonne's age group, 60 to 64, they have 8 tests.
Yeah.
And 3, I think it goes 3, 3, and 2. And and some of them are back to back.
Yeah.
So that's
the first one is a back to back.
Yeah, let's talk about that one real quick. So we'll talk about these real quick, and then hopefully what we want to do is give you a little preview for what's going on here at the games. The first one is and this one's been contentious online, but I think it's contentious for the open athletes. Well, the number of attempts that you can make. But for the Masters, so she starts out with a max clean and jerk,
snatch and a clean and jerk. Yeah,
sorry, max snatch, max clean and jerk, and she has 3 minutes for each.
Yes, 3 minutes to do the snatch, and then 3 minutes to clean and jerk.
Right,
and they have a 2-minute window to go out and load the bar for their first attempt for this.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
But no warm-up lifts for that.
Nope.
Yeah.
So a lot of
she's got to warm up in the
and I think that's something that, like, if you're at the gym and haven't had an experience at like a semifinals or a regionals or games event, you don't get to warm up in the ideal scenario. You have to do this warm up. So there's 2 warm up areas. They'll start out warming up in the main area. We'll do a lot of our specifics or general warm ups, and then when they stand in a corral for 10 minutes and then walk another 600 meters or so to the actual event, that's when we're going to take our actual attempts and kind of hit our specific warm up.
Okay.
And then there's like a 10-15 minute window to not do anything.
So she gets 3 minutes, and then and is it straight into the next lift 3 minutes?
Yeah.
So the amount of time that so in that next 3 minutes, within the total 6 minutes, she has to set up her weight for the clean and jerk.
For the clean and jerk, yeah.
And then she gets a minute rest before the chipper that she has to do after that, correct?
Yeah, they're going right into the next
part. Let's talk about the lifts first.
Yeah.
How many lifts is Yvonne going to do in the snatch?
At least 2, maybe 3.
Okay.
At least 2, maybe 3.
Maybe 3. And then
the first one is essentially going to be more of a priming just to kind of get something underneath the bar. But when we start talking about the weights and what weights are going on the bar, you want to minimize that adjusting the loads. Bigger plates. This
is I always kind of cringe when people start talking about themselves and when they were CrossFit Games athletes.
But back in your day,
here we go. But back in my day, 2013, we're going out to the field because we had a max clean and jerk test, and we had a certain number of time, and I forget how much time we had to do it. I don't know. I think I want to say something like 5 minutes.
I was going to say, I think it was 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah. Right. So the media guy came around and asked us what weights we were going to do, just so that they would know when they're broadcasting. I was listening to the guys in my age group give their weights. I'm like, holy crap. Well, my coach at the time, Jeremy Jones, said, don't do that. Just come out and open up with something at like the 70% range.
Got to get that safety in.
And he goes, just do that, and to build confidence.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about that is I did that, like boom, 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 slapped it on. I was the first one to lift as a result because I wasn't having to screw around with a whole bunch of weights. Just did a quick lift. and realized that my adrenaline was through the roof. Like my confidence was so high because I like shot that bar up, and my bar was the first one to hit the ground, and I could see people look when that bar hit the ground. People are like, "Oh,
that's more of a power move too." You know, you get that first lift in like before anybody else, and like all of a sudden now their adrenaline or anxiety starts kicking. I need to get on the bar. I need to get on the bar.
And no, this is no disrespect at all to Will Powell, because Will Powell started really heavy. He was stronger than I was. In say just in general, because I saw his lifts online beforehand, and he started very heavy, and he started really heavy, you know. And for him, I think his max,
too heavy.
Well, 265 is his max, right? That I think that's what he was going to go for.
You won it with a 255,
255,
right?
But he was going to go for 265. But he started at 235 was his first lift, and he missed his first lift.
Could you not go back down then?
No,
because a lot of times when you can build up, but you can't take weight off the bar.
That'd be the worst.
Yeah, a lot of people have pinned themselves into a dark corner with that.
And in ours, you could. He went back down to 225, barely got that, and I think he ended up with like 245 as his max. And then he went on later. By the way, folks, Will Powell went on to win multiple games in the age group. So there's no disrespect to Will, but at the time. So my question is for you, Jamie. If it's your athlete, are you always going to tell them to go out and go 70%, 60% for the first lift?
Well, for this particular, 3 minutes isn't a whole lot of time.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
5 minutes is a good amount of time, and it's just the one lift you got to worry about.
Right.
With this one, the first lift, the snatch, it is in some ways it's a warm up for the clean and jerk because you're getting underneath the bar, but it's got to be, you got to have that safety in the belt. I wouldn't say 65%, maybe 70-75%,
right?
And then take the larger incremental jumps from there. But you have to get something in the bank.
Now, so Yvonne's got, and these masters have then immediately right into their, so they hit their last snatch, so they got to clear their mind,
yeah,
and then hit the clean and jerk.
Yep.
Is it the same thing? 70% for the clean and jerk too?
Yeah, probably about that. Maybe a little bit, add a little bit from the previous snatch, and then just. Oh, right. Like right. The less time you spend adjusting the bar, like even from after the last snatch, 3, 2, 1, go, the clean and jerk, maybe just hit it clean and jerk it really quick just to get something on the board, and then go to load the more weight.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because there's also less room for error on this in the clean and jerk, right? Yeah. The snatch, there's so many different components that can throw you off, and with the clean and jerk, you're just picking up the same weight and put it overhead.
You can grind it, yes.
Yeah.
So, will you have already in mind like a plate pattern for her? So when an athlete comes out, will she know I'm going to put the 10s on, then I put the 5s on, then 2.5s?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll have that kind of show. Yeah. So she'll know.
It sounded like this was yesterday. We're going to do a brief after I go through the coach's briefing.
Okay.
But it sounded like she said that there might only be like one set of plates per bar or per weight. Yeah. So like one set of 10s, 15, 25, 35, 45. So the problem with that is now you're really having to do a lot of bar math.
And you got to take plates off.
Exactly.
And put shit back on.
Yeah. And when we did this, we didn't know what the logistics were or what the details of this event were when we did our mock through, because they had just announced it and we went through it, and we did it in an EMOM format where it was, there was a rumor that it was maybe you get 20 seconds for attempt for 2 attempts, and we took 3 attempts, but every second minute, as if they were going through, like we've done in the past, where you have 20 seconds for these 2 people to go to the snatch, and then you go to the next platform for 20 seconds and the next platform for 20 seconds. Yeah. So we just kind of practiced that as it was a 2-minute EMOM. Every second minute you had a 20-second window to hit your lift. And we went from the snatch.
By the way, let me interrupt.
Yeah.
Those are so fun.
Oh, I love the EMOM. Yeah. It's the adrenaline you get from that. If you can harness that energy, it's amazing.
It's fun to watch too, but those are cool. As an athlete, that's a cool way to do it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So we went through the snatch and then we went directly into the clean and jerk. So we didn't really practice. We practiced no transition time.
Yeah.
It went from the snatch into the clean and jerk.
Okay. She gets 1 minute rest. Tomorrow she goes into a chipper.
I don't have my computer in front of me. I don't remember the exact workout off the top of my head.
How do we? Oh, you know what? We can pull it up right here.
I got my computer back there. I can grab it.
Yeah, why don't you grab your
All right,
computer
we're
because
back.
I want to talk about it. We do know it's a chipper and we do know what the components are. Meanwhile, I'll give you a taste of what it's like here. So the weather here, by the way, as an interlude, is ideal. So I drove in I landed Friday in Madison to pick up because Yvonne flew in, and we had the mother of all storms, enough of a storm that her flight was delayed 4 hours, so she didn't get in until midnight as a result of the delay. But in Madison, you can get some sketch weather.
Yeah.
You
can get evacuated.
Well, yeah, we evacuated from the RV park one year, and then the other thing too that can happen, it gets brutally cold out of nowhere. It can get brutally cold.
Yeah,
The year they had to do the obstacle course,
I brought my rain jacket and everything
yeah.
just in case.
And I'm knocking on wood right now, but it's sunny and 84 right now. It's beautiful right now. A little bit of humidity.
Yeah.
It's a little hot here, but wonderful. Anyway,
so after she goes from the snatch and clean and jerk, she will then go into the farmer's field. This is going to consist of an 84-foot farmer carry to the pigs, where she has to get the farmer carry bags, the jerry bags, onto the pig. Then we got 21 burpee pig jump overs. Then we have farmer carry around 3 dummies, 50 wall ball shots, 50 calorie row, 50 wall ball shots, farmer carry, burpee, and then the farmer carry again. Carry around
her age group is 40.
40.
She's doing 40 of each of those. 40
wall balls. Okay.
Yeah, 40
Yeah,
wall
I'm
balls.
looking at just like the general.
Yeah. 40 wall balls and 40.
Yeah.
So that workout. So Yvonne's been training the farmer carries. And so she's comfortable.
She's been training a lot of the loaded carries in general.
Again, so this workout, so the bone I have to pick with CrossFit is this is a big, tall, strong athlete workout. Longer fingers, longer extensions. Am I wrong? Because
the wall balls and the rowing,
wall
I think
balls and the
rowing
factor. Right. So you got 40 calories of rowing, you got 40 wall balls, and then farmer carries. Where Yvonne, I think, has an advantage in this one is the burpee over the
pig.
She's just relentless. She's freaking relentless with burpees.
She's a machine.
Yeah. How high is that? They're jumping over the middle of the pig, which is it's higher than a barbell.
I think it said 20 inches.
Yeah.
On her details was 20-inch box jump over.
Yeah.
Basically a box jump over. It's just a little bit wider, so it's going to be a little bit different. But yeah, I mean, this is basically just a grunt workout right here.
So, what's the pigs that they have now are all encased, so it really is a box jump over.
Yeah,
which is great because although the tall women have an advantage in terms of the jump, they've got to go further to the ground, further back. I really feel like that's where Yvonne's gonna have a big advantage.
I think and that, again, I need to talk to her about the standards on it, but the details on like how do you have to get over it? Do you have to be 2 foot, because we practiced some stuff on like how to quickly get over obstacles.
Right. So she finishes her clean and jerk. She has a minute before the chipper starts. The first thing she said to me is, "Well, I got to change my shoes."
That's true. Oh, I didn't even consider this.
So I'm like, "Well, no, you just don't." But people like to change their shoes.
There's the minute. Enough time. That is enough time.
It is enough time. Well, I think her last lift needs to finish before the 3-minute time.
Yeah, I think it also depends. It also depends on how the lifts are going, because a lot of times you could wait it out to the very last second to get the lift just to have another attempt at it.
Right.
But I think a minute just to change out shoes is completely doable.
Okay,
now she's practiced it many times.
And what I would like you to tell Yvonne is, because I can't tell her anything, is I would like you to tell Yvonne that when she starts her chipper that she needs to pick up the sandbags first before she goes.
Just to get the power move.
Well, no. Do you remember? You don't remember last year?
So she went to the wrong pad. Yeah.
No,
she ran and
got halfway down the field.
Half the field did that.
Well, it took 2 or 3 other girls.
Well,
But
two or three other girls didn't come back with her too.
I know. She got halfway, and I'm literally 50 yards away
Man, that was
at the
rough.
fence line because I wanted to be down where she did her wall balls, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
she carried jerry cans all the way down.
Yep.
And she goes,
remember
3,
that.
2, 1, go beep. And she starts jogging down to the wall ball. And we're screaming at her because she was supposed to pick up the sandbags that were right next to her and run down. It was understandably, though, that said,
It lit a fire in her ass, though.
Yeah, it did. And multiple athletes in multiple heats did it.
Yes.
And I feel like the judges like should have been there, like, Stan, get ready to pick up your bags.
Yeah, yeah.
But she had to get halfway, and then she turned around, she laughed, she was smiling. But you know what? It kind of broke the tension too.
Yeah.
She relaxed after that, and she crushed the wall balls. And she
Well, it kind of, like I said, lights a fire in your ass. So now all of a sudden your adrenaline is like doubled.
Oh yeah,
You're trying to go even faster to make up the time.
So Yvonne, and she might be listening right behind us in the trailer. But if you did, Yvonne, if you're listening, pick up the wall balls.
You got this.
Or pick up the wall balls. Pick up the cherry.
Come on, you're already fucking it up.
I know. Pick up the cherry cans. Bring them down. She's gonna do good at this work because she's done so many farmer carries, and then the bird box jump overs are awesome too. Then next workout. What are you doing there?
Next workout. Oh, we got Matt. We got a live studio audience right now.
Oh, okay. So
then after that, then there's Helen.
Oh, okay. So that's the next day.
Is it the next day? I thought I saw this.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. 3 tests the first day.
Yeah, 3 tests.
So
the first
she's gonna
day.
get a
She's
break.
got the 2 back to back,
and then
goes into the Helen.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to talk about Helen because this one is she came back. And everyone wants to know this, and it's probably already on the interwebs.
Kettlebell swings in a competition are just difficult.
Well, so we worried about this in the open when they showed. Remember, they showed the kettlebell swing demo, or that the kettlebell was going to be in the. No, they didn't show a demo. They just showed that the kettlebell was one of the components that could have been in the open or in the
it's just super
quarterfinals.
Big. Here's a kettlebell,
right? And so instantly we've seen kettlebells go down in our gym.
Yep.
And we've seen kettlebells go down, and it looks different in every gym.
Well, I always refer back to 2011 regionals, the hundreds. It was 100 pull-ups, 100 kettlebell swings, 100 double unders, 100 overhead squats. There was somebody in one of the regions that got no rep like 61 times on the kettlebell swing.
Oh my God.
And I think, this is one of those movements that kind of comes down to how does your judge interpret the movement pattern and what is the standard?
Well, because you have a couple of things you're looking at.
Yeah.
You're looking at the kettlebell, how high it goes versus in relationship to the body.
Yep.
Then you're looking at the arms bent or straight.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're looking at the torso and the knees, which with the kettlebell swing, right, they're moving throughout and to get all 3 in sync. Now, what Adrian said in the master's debriefing is that the arms must be straight on the ascent. He said, you can bend them on the descent. He goes, but be careful if you do, because you might be setting yourself up for issue. Now that right there, like, don't allow bending the arms on one side and bending in the arms. It
comes back to the same thing with the box jump at semifinals. Get your full foot on the box or just stand up on the box. Like, make it clear.
Yeah, make it clear.
Straight arms or no straight arms.
Yeah, exactly. Don't bent arm on the way down straight.
The more variables that they open up and the more uncertainty on the standards, the more a judge can take their own interpretation.
You have a benchmark workout, a girl workout that's going to be in the CrossFit Games. This is going to be a Hiller video. He's
probably already queued
it up. He's just waiting for the cuts from the games that he can insert.
Yeah.
He's already done the script for it. And it really makes me nervous. So now here's what they said. Here's what the controversial part is, right? So they told her that the kettlebell does not have to be pointing up.
Straight up, yeah.
Which is what we've been requiring lately at Diablo, is straight arm, straight up. And it only has to be...
The handle has to be over the head.
Yeah, the handle has to be overhead. So then the question becomes, does it have to be overhead or does it have to be a forehead? So Shannon Aiken... I shouldn't rat him out. I just ratted him out.
Yeah.
So Shannon Aiken told Yvonne, he goes, no, look, man, if it goes above your eyes, you're good.
Yeah, but then
I don't think that's true.
Now, what is your hips doing? Like,
right.
Because ultimately you think knees, hips, and shoulders should be stacked over, and now we've got that kettlebell going over the head. It's I wish. I mean, it's a benchmark. I love it. I love Helen. It's a great workout.
Yes.
But I wish that being a variation that they would have done like a kettlebell snatch. It's so similar in movement pattern. And then there's an end range where they can actually hold to show control.
That's a good point.
To end the rep. Dual kettlebell snatch.
Right.
2 of them.
Right.
Same. I mean, it's essentially the same movement pattern. It's a hip dominant movement, taking it overhead, and it's still going to tax the grip.
Yeah.
But
well, so here we go. So hopefully what they're going to be calling is overhead is straight up and down.
Yeah.
And I get it. See, it's the difficulty of the kettlebell being straight up versus bent over, and that's the 60 reps.
Yeah.
That guy got no rep done. I'm certain.
It's probably tilted.
Right. And it's easy to tilt forward with your torso thinking that you're straight up and down. I know, I've seen it in our gym with the kettlebell swings. Yeah. Your arm is overhead, but your head's tilted forward.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got this
action. Now you're starting to lean at the hips.
Now you get this action. Yeah. So the standard is the kettlebell does not have to be straight up and down. The kettlebell has to be overhead. You have to be straight arms going up. That's good. You can bend arms coming down. Okay. I'm not. It's
just like how you're going to receive it.
Yeah.
The more you keep your arms.
So
I mean, like when you think about cycle rate and cycle speed, it's. No, they should have just get it overhead.
Well, here we go.
Just get it overhead.
Just get it overhead. So we'll see. That one's a little frustrating. So that's the second workout tomorrow. And I love that they're doing Helen. That's the amazing contradiction. I love that they're doing Helen.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I mean,
if it's
the fact though that they said it was a Helen variation, like here was a chance.
Well, hang on a second. A Helen variation for the open
individuals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they just said when they released Helen, they said that all divisions will be doing a variation of Helen.
Okay, that's right. So it could be different.
It could still be different, but they could have selected a standard that would have been a lot easier to maintain consistency across the board.
Yeah, I got that. Cool. Do you know what's your time like? How are you doing right now on time?
I'm good right now. It's quarter to 1, so okay. I've got to check in
about 10 more minutes.
Athlete briefing or coach's briefing.
Let's talk about the next day's workouts, and then we can just kind of roll over the
pulling power.
Yeah. Oh, this is another one. Okay.
3 rounds for time. You got 3 rope climbs, 10 deadlifts, 42-foot sled push, and 126-foot sled push. Okay. No, so it's a 42 sled pull. So I'm assuming this is going to be with a rope.
Right.
Which will get spicy on the grip after the rope climbs and the deadlifts.
Sure. I will just come right out and say right now, this is another big person workout.
Yes.
The people with the bigger people.
The rope climbs isn't enough to be a separator.
Well, and especially in Vaughn's age group, because they probably do 12-foot rope climbs.
Maybe. I don't know. They'll probably bring it back. I mean, the fact that they've got those big pads out, I would hope that they go to
they do 15s.
Yeah.
Because that gives Yvonne advantage because she's a fast rope climber.
Yeah.
But the taller ladies that usually do that. Look,
longer pulls or shorter.
Here's the thing. Here's your advantage. You have bigger hands.
Yeah.
And more body weight. You're gonna do great on this workout.
Yeah.
If you can get up that rope.
Yeah. I mean, the sled pull itself has got its own little technique to it too.
Right. So Yvonne's got to smash Helen.
Yes.
And then
Yvonne's got to smash everything.
She's going to.
Yeah.
And she's going to. She's like
she will smash everything.
I told this to the masters group, like when anyone knows this, like and I told this to Jamie about 2 or 3 weeks ago. On Sundays, our masters group comes together. We all train together. Masters RX Plus competition group comes together. And if there's a workout that had like wall balls, rowing, heavy power cleans, mid to heavyweight snatch, like those workouts I could beat, or longer running, I can beat Yvonne on. There's very few, if any, workouts I can beat her on anymore.
She got you on a rowing workout not too long ago.
Yes, I know. God damn it.
That's a good. I mean,
no, that's good. That's what I'm saying. Is now that used to be what happened.
Yeah.
Now in these last 3 months, like on Sunday, I just basically concede she's going to beat me on everything. Like, and she's got a gear too. Like she'll pace. So I can maybe beat her on the first round, maybe kind of tie her on the second round, and then I know I'm dead. Like, and it's the same with our other masters in that group. All the masters, we all get smoked by her now.
Yeah.
Her fitness is unbelievable. So
she's
I'm not
ready.
So in terms of like when I complain about bigger athletes having an advantage, it means really nothing went to her. Like she's just so laser focused, and
which is the best way to go into
she
it.
just sets. Then the bigger people are a target, right?
Yeah,
man, we should show this pulling in right now. How do we do this?
Just pull up the camera
and add to stream.
Yeah.
All right. So this is one of the things.
Stand by.
This is one of the things that you see when you're in the RV park. All right, we're watching this. This is attempt number 3 for this bro, which is kind of a crack up. And so he's
a big trailer.
Oh, dude, this thing's a monster. That is like probably
a triple axle.
Yeah, that's a $500,000
fifth wheel.
It's a $500,000 fifth wheel.
That's wild.
Yeah, with being pulled by a $120,000 brand new Duramax diesel truck. Oh, so this is attempt number 4. So you can tell it's newer when they like got to do this like 5 times. And this is not making fun of trailer people because this is what I did.
Oh, he's got the drop down too, the toy hauler.
Oh yeah, totally. It's toy hauler. Look, he's got like about a 15-foot garage. Watch the size of this garage when it comes in. Okay, right now. 3, 2, 1. There it is. So that right there, that whole first part, that's a garage.
Right? All the way up to the first axle.
With a deck. Yep. And so now he's trying to pull this in without screwing anything up. What's crazy too is those trucks. Like, so he's looking out the back. He's not even looking at his mirrors, and he's not looking at his camera in the truck. He's got like 6 different views in his camera.
Yeah.
And he's looking at that. All right. Now we're going to go attempt number 5 here. You guys. Did you hear that? the guy in the truck goes, "I get the whiteboard out of the way," and he goes, "I don't think the whiteboard's the problem."
Yeah, it's just a target for him to shoot for now.
Yeah, he's got it. There he goes. So he's coming in. So that's
it's the U-Hauls,
the
U-Haul trailers that are kind of in the way.
The Mayhem trailer. So now, right now, you're seeing come into view. This is the first slide up that he's got on this thing, which is in his kitchen. That's that slide up. That's right there. That's popped in, but that's slide up. That's his kitchen. That's his dinette set.
That's crazy.
So, and then what's funny is you can move the whiteboard if you want. You can move the whiteboard if you want. And then, so he's coming in. What makes me nervous coming in next to my drive, but he's doing good. He's getting there. Going to do multiple backups.
So do you think that, you said that there wasn't many trailers out here or RVs out here
at this time
of the week.
Everybody's coming earlier.
That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. 35 Chevy Denali 3500 fifth wheel. Look at this thing. Look at this.
He's got the same
it's beautiful. That setup is beautiful. That's what $500,000 will get you.
Must be nice.
Yeah, must be nice. Good for him. Wonder what affiliate he's at. Watch out for my flag, bitch. Sorry, we got way distracted. So
we got a little off topic there.
Well, it's what you do in a trailer park or an RV park. You always watch people park in their RVs. All right, so what's the next day?
So we've got the pulling power,
and
then we got the gymnastics chipper.
Right.
This is for just general. It's 48-foot handstand walk, 30 box jumps, 30 GHD sit-ups, 30 single leg squats, 30 toes to bar, 30 single leg squats, GHD sit-ups, box jumps, and handstand walk. Now, for Yvonne's age group, I know that they are not doing the handstand walk to start.
They're doing
but they are closing it out with
the handstand walk.
Yeah,
right, which keeps everybody in the game.
Yes, I'm really happy to see that
and they don't have a time cap on it yet. She doesn't know if there's a time cap. She said,
I think they'll probably brief that tomorrow night.
Yes, the question will be: can she get through there in time to get to she's even wondering.
I am very confident with all of that getting to the handstand walk.
Yvonne will.
Yeah,
Yvonne will. Dude,
yes,
you got pistols in there. This is her workout.
GHD sit-ups? Are you kidding me?
Oh my god. She did those last night in the RV. Like she's just like she's a machine.
GHD sit-ups in the RV?
No.
What?
No.
But that wasn't part of the Grease the Groove session yesterday.
No, but she's so good at those.
Yes.
Like she flies on those.
But that's one of those movements. Like you talk about how the bigger athletes have an advantage on the gymnastic or the machines. Like that's one of those
Right.
movement patterns that kind of balances out.
Yeah, balance out. And if you're not good
And
at
the
them,
single leg
you're going to
squats.
suffer the next day.
Yes.
Yeah. So in the pistols, she flies through pistols.
Yeah, and then
so that's good.
And then after that, you've got, which we're assuming is going to be Thursday, is the cross country 5K.
Oh yeah, so she's got 5K and she's been running a lot.
Yep.
It's not her strong suit, but man, she's running much better. Like again, in running workouts,
free.
Yeah,
is
and
the
wow,
big,
that's
is the big win. Because
That's-
last year
yeah,
going
yeah.
into the big run, she had a hamstring issue that was kind of nagging at her, and even which we even saw like when she had to run from station to station. Right? Remember when she was doing the wall balls and she had to run to grab the jerry bags or
Right.
the hustle bag, the hustle bag. The hamstring, she couldn't really sprint and run in between, so she was walking. Now we've really kind of honed in on that, so she's going to be able to execute that.
And then
the final workout on the final day, Enduro Coliseum, is a 50 cal ski erg, 50 cal echo bike, 75 double unders, and then repeat ski erg, C2 bike, double unders again with the machines.
Yeah, hey, we're doing attempt number 6, by the way, for those of you that are watching and betting on this. Yeah, that's the other one too, right? Is so you got echo and ski erg in the same workout.
Yeah,
I tweeted today that the 4 pieces of equipment or 4 machines that CrossFit uses in its workouts are beneficial for cardiovascular endurance with low impact. Like they do that. In competition, they favor one type of athlete.
Mm-hmm.
And all 4 machines, doesn't matter what machine you put in, right? So there's an advantage. Yeah, okay, it may tax a different
muscle group, but still, it's like weight moves weight.
Yeah, and
weight generates watts.
That's right.
All there is to it.
Ass moves mass, and it's a little bit unnerving, right? So yeah, you switch it up. To me, I'm like big deal that you can put whatever machine there. You're basically saying, okay, big athlete, here's your advantage.
You know what's weird though? I mean, just kind of looking at this, there's a lot of pulling and that pulling power between like the rope climbs and then the sled pull,
right?
But you only got toes to bar. There's no handstand push-ups. There's no pull-ups.
Yeah,
it's almost like it's very heavy aerobic or monostructural stuff.
Yeah,
with a few things here and there. I mean, you got the box jumps, but then you're also doing burpee over pigs the day before, jump overs. Like that's just another plyometric.
Oh yeah.
I guess I lied. We are doing the pull-ups with the Helen. I was scrolled down a little bit. But yeah, there's no like real heavy pressing overhead.
Yeah.
There's a few things in here I could kind of poke at.
And then how do we end the games?
That was the event, the Enduro Coliseum.
Oh, okay.
With the 50 cal ski bike and then 75 double unders.
So if you want to watch, go to CrossFitGames.com. They have the schedule there. It's really easy to find the schedule.
Or even just go to YouTube and follow subscribe to the CrossFit Games.
And that's the best thing.
That's the best way. Because then they'll update you as things start coming live.
Well, that's it. Here's the other thing. Go to get the CrossFit Games app on your phone.
Yeah.
And then what you do is you go to Yvonne's. So once you're in the app, select Yvonne's profile, search Yvonne Howard athlete. And then on her profile, you can click follow.
Yeah.
Yep. And you can click follow, and then it'll give you alerts for Yvonne's heats because they run these heats, and each heat can take a certain amount of time. You don't want to be sitting around and waiting for a certain heat. So that's the best way to do it if you want to watch Yvonne.
Yeah.
But watch CrossFit Games, and then of course the open athletes begin on Thursday, and that is just a spectacle.
Yeah.
And if you can catch that, please catch it. Watch the last heat with your family and friends, your kids. Explain to them what's going on. Tell them what's going on. You want to get more people into this, not just the sport, but you want to get them in doing CrossFit.
Mm-hmm.
That is a great way to get them. Just kind of,
it's a cool exposure. Just don't be intimidated.
Yeah.
If you're not doing CrossFit, you have to become a CrossFit.
But we're talking to people here that do CrossFit.
Yes.
And they're going to bring family friends and they'll explain it to them.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, we do this, but we do it at a much less weight. And what this person is doing, they're doing freaking 30 muscle ups and then they're doing a 250-pound snatch. Like, you got to understand, like, as soon as you see it and you're explaining it to a friend or family member, they'll sense your passion.
Yeah.
And when they sense your passion, they're like, "Ooh, man, maybe I wish my fitness is passionate and is full of energy." And
just don't come out too hot. You might scare them off.
Well, that's true too.
It's a common trend with especially newer CrossFitters. You get you drink the Kool-Aid and you try to get everybody else to drink it.
I can tell you right now, no one's sitting in front of a YouTube video bragging on the Orange Theory games.
Nope.
Look at how that rower is keeping their heart rate in the orange zone.
Man, that water is splashing in there.
They have kept that heart rate in the orange zone for a full 30 minutes. I'm sorry. Orange Theory.
Don't be sorry.
No, Orange Theory is awesome.
It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing, but I wouldn't say it's that awesome.
We want people to move. Anyway, so Jamie's got to get going because he's got to go to a coach's briefing. I hope you've enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed watching that guy back his trailer up 7 times as much as I did, just because I've been there and done that. And then you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna try and do another podcast here this week during the week, maybe 1 or 2 more.
Yeah, are we gonna try it on Friday?
Yeah, I'd like to try on Friday for a little bit during the party.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No pressure.
So there's a big OG party on Friday. This is so it's a cat's out anyway. Greg Glassman's supposed to be here.
Oh, is that has that been
that's been
discussed?
Yeah,
put out
been
there?
discussed. He's gonna fly in for the party. Castro said he'll come out if Greg comes.
That's cool.
Adrian come out. The guys from Get With The Programming, Chase Ingram, and Bill Grundler will be here. It's gonna be. We have a feeling it's going to get out of control. And of course,
Dale King said it's potentially going to be
well, this is the announcement for Small Town Strong, his documentary, his amazing documentary on what they've been doing to help with opioid addiction in
his gym
in Portsmouth, Ohio. So this is really freaking a cool deal that PRsAllDay is essentially, and Diablo CrossFit is hosting with CrossFit Crave here at our RV site.
It's really exciting.
Yeah, so that's going to be that should be fun. You'll see
if you're at the games, come on out to this RV site.
Oh yeah, our 40. Say 43 because ours is 42. And then and Savon's coming out too. Yeah. He'll be here. He's coming out.
So. I'm excited. I'm so excited to watch his behind the scenes.
Right. All right. Yeah. See how that guy just drove through? You guys all saw
all the dust.
The dust. That drives RVers nuts. Don't be that guy.
That's why they don't let people drive in here when it gets going.
Exactly. Right on.
Sweet.
All right. Thanks, Jamie.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being able to take time.
For watching. Yeah, absolutely. Right. I'm happy you brought all this stuff.
Yep. Yeah, we're out. I didn't see any comment. Did you see any of those? No. I can't read them. Oh, yeah.
Sorry if we didn't announce any comments. It was quite the glare on the computer.
Yeah, huge glare.
Can't even see how to turn it off. See you later, guys.
I can see it. Got the right angle.